Okay, remember they're changing my voice. There's a lot of things that occurred at the 7-Eleven that has to do with me, and they like doing things like this. Okay, it's an age-old tactic of sending a message, right? And there's all kinds of forms of it. They'll, as the story goes, Italian mafia guys used to leave dead fish at someone's house when they were going to threaten to kill them. Okay, prisoners in the pen, they get in a fist fight to signal other members that it's time to, do a hit or something like this. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff like that out there. And when you're someone who studies occult groups and gangs and things like this in psychology, you have no doubt in your mind that the people who harass you every day, okay, have ways of sending you messages. It goes without saying that that's the logical assumption. If someone was telling me this, and they seem pretty normal, they were talking in a way that was rational, they're well researched, they're educated like I am, I have a college degree, I would know that they're telling the truth and that they're not delusional. Okay, I mean, give me a break. Obviously, something like that is going on here because of the nature of the argument. Okay, martial law, right? Martial is marital scramble. Martial means to order, to arrange. And secret societies are very much concerned with secret meetings, secret oaths, secret orders, and secret proceedings. Okay, as even John F. Kennedy pointed out in one of his most famous speeches, not his most famous speech. Okay. With that being said, when we see one of these guys with a shirt that says backwoods and I live in unincorporated Morgan Hill, that by itself could have been a coincidence. Except for we see another guy with a shirt, on the back of his shirt it says made in hell, right? Instead of made in America. Okay, there's a movie about gangs, and a lot of these guys look like gang members. And it's certainly a group event in LA on Figueroa, a street famous for gangs and prostitution. Okay, it says made in hell. Okay, there's also and I'm going to put these pictures on the screen. There's also a picture of a black guy, and I took several pictures of it, a moment where he's kind of marshaling two Hispanic looking guys. So even if they weren't Hispanic, the fact that they look like that has a certain effect. The effect is that the people in charge intend to control who's doing what, and they're going to use anyone they can. They might use a homeless person to tell the president what to do, what have you. This is part of how they do things. So it's also communicating how they do things. And it goes without saying that what they're doing is wrong. Okay, and I don't approve of it. So they basically robbed the 7-Eleven, and there's all kinds of wordplay in the 7-Eleven and so on and so forth. I'll probably leave that alone, right? El and Eve, right? And it's Figueroa. There's prostitution, right? The snake in the garden is a phallic symbol. They were naked in the Garden of Eden. They were naked, and then they start wearing clothes because they realize they're naked and it has sexual implications, right? Knowledge, right? To know someone biblically and so on and so forth. And they're, even in Proverbs they have, and they talk about the breasts in the Song of Solomon and so on and so forth. So it's pretty straightforward that this is the case, right? The prostitute that rode the beast, the harlot, okay, and it's referred to as a city. It's the whole energy of the world in rebellion. They're prostituting themselves. Their sex is all slutty, sleazy, ratchet sex. No matter if they're rich or poor, they live in Beverly Hills or in Compton, their sex is sleazy, okay, because it's outside of the divine order, right? It's just self-indulgence. There's nothing moral about it. If there's nothing moral or just, it's not respectable. It's like Gargamel having sex. Once you're Gargamel, or Lex Luthor, you're not making love, you're just doing despicable stuff. You have to redeem yourself in the divine order. So those people who really think about morals and class, true class is morals. It's not wealth, okay? They know, okay? It's also class and clash, right? Class, see lash, clash, see lash, and see lay sh, right? And it's wordplay, and the word last and lass, okay, and seal, okay, seal and lass-e, right, e, and lassie's a dog in the movies, and they like to use these words and to connect the wordplay and expand on the wordplay. The wordplay is like a generational building, like the pyramid on the back of the dollar bill, where they remove the core, the point, and they make it illusion. That's what that I stands for. First and foremost, that I is the I of illusion. Ill-gotten gains, illusion, mentally ill, ill and still and ill, set worshipping dog. They like to say, oh, it's the eye of Horus. The eye is actually not the eye of Horus. Not Horus as what the Egyptians would argue is the son of God, who is also who Jesus is superimposed on. Okay? It is the eye of Set. Okay? It is the eye of the devil, right? It is the devil controlling how you see things, right? Your perspective, view, ew, right? As sexual connotations, secret and secrete. And secrete, where homosexuality is said to be come from, King Minos, the father of homosexuality, I think is a sister or something, to pacify people by making them effeminate, homosexuals, to reduce their reproductive expression. That's why homosexuality is disproportionately aimed at minorities. So also when you see these guys, these police officers, they look like Satanists. And one of them is, I think I'll put that picture at the beginning. One of them is making this face, this sad looking face, and he's got his mouth closed. Okay, and it's obvious that they're referring to the Code of Silence and Secret Society. Thank you.